3.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. I don't know if we have any sound. Do we have any sound? We have sound. Dan, we don't do bits on the show.
What the fuck is that?
We don't do bits on the show.
Why are you wearing that?
Oh, come on. Come on. We don't do bits on the show. We don't do bits on the show. Never have, never will. Okay? Just moved in here, found a lot of stuff that we don't use and or need. And this was one of them.
I wonder where that came from.
I know where it came from. I did a fucking sketch with Burger King years ago. God damn it. Maybe 15 years ago, they paid me to do a sketch, and they said, hey, we're going to send you the king head. And I said, the actual, like a real king head is? Yeah, we're going to send you a real king head. And they go, there's only 100 of these made. Burger King was they really wanted to emphasize that this was a special deal.
That costs probably $20.
Right?
Like, fuck off, Burger King. But that's why they're number 2, and they always will be. Yep.
Damn right. Damn right they're number 2.
They're not the king of shit.
They're not. I do enjoy the Whoppers, though. I'll butt fuck a Whopper any day. A double Whopper with cheese, I'll butt fuck any day. Their fries have always been garbage, but
I'll take the double quarter pounder over the double Whopper any day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll go double Whopper with cheese any day. But they gave this king head, and when it came in the mail, it was numbered. Like, this was number 12.
In case you tried to fucking sell it on the internet, they would know which one it was.
Think
like, get out of here.
So, dude. So this was number 12 out of 100. There was only 100 of these made at the time.
It's not worthless that you opened it.
Yeah, you told me not to. You were like, hey, dude, I've already worn this, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that increased or decreased the value. Someone in the chat let us know.
Dan's right. This is a $20 fucking thing here. I don't really know what it's plastic. It's a plastic
I bet
mask.
that was $1,500 if it was unopened.
No. That giraffe thing that Dan had was worth that money.
I mean, Rob could look it up, but, who knows?
Do you think so, Rob? Rob, look up an original 1 of 100 king mask here for the Burger King sitch. See what we can get from this. Now, I think the giraffe we got from
Brittany got that from a friend of hers.
Oh, was it really? Yeah. That giraffe, that's legit. I looked up the price of that on eBay, and holy shit, those are expensive.
Yeah.
All right.
We should have just sold it. What do we got?
On eBay here, rare official Burger King mask. This is the same one you've got. I see one in the box for $170. This one appears to be outside the box for $99. This one's in the box for $140.
So what happened was I just took $70 off by removing it from the box.
Yeah. Now there are also some weirdo like rubber ones, but these aren't the ones in the. Yours is the one from the commercial, and I'm seeing those. Hard plastic ones as well?
Is that allowed to go up on screen or no? Are we there yet?
Oh, let me get it. I have it on my computer.
We just moved in. We just moved into the new studio.
We can get it on the screen.
We got trash yesterday. That Pappy Van Winkle episode. Holy shit, dude.
I may have stained the turf with some marinara sauce.
I've never seen a human you were diving in like Greg Louganis into that marinara sauce. I was like, what is going on, dude?
He's prepping for what I suppose now is become a real issue, which is when is he going to fight Dakota Meyer, which somebody just mentioned in the chat.
We have a beautiful AstroTurf floor now.
All I'm going to say is the longer he puts it off, the worse it gets for him.
And he's traveling too, so he's not training, right?
And he's got a lady friend.
Oh, really? Yeah. You'd be able to take him. Now, Tim Kennedy, I'm sorry, that's just not in the cards ever. Like ever, unless Tim is.
We all have to have a North Star.
And
I could drug him, and maybe he's in a car accident or something.
But you're not there yet as a man, right? To say that you're going to beat Tim Kennedy, there's no way.
No. It's a North Star.
That man, his grip, just the fucking grasp of that man. It's like an orangutan. He could tear your face off.
But do you know that feeling just like when he's in the room where you feel like a little bit better of a man?
Yeah.
You feel a little bit more, like a little fall off glory comes onto you.
I got a little glory here on my face. I fell off. I think we're using the mic that he was on. I got a little glory on my face from it. Yeah. I got a little Tim Kennedy. Tim Kennedy on my face. I feel good about it. He was using this microphone. Now it's mine. So I feel like, yeah, I've got a little glory on me. What's his nuts? Who is that fucking guy from Eddie Griffin? He used to call it Stardust. He'd be like, baby, you want a little Stardust? Just get close to me. You want a little Stardust on you? And he would just brush off a shoulder onto these ladies.
It probably felt like that during that time.
He was a huge comedian. What was it? Undercover Brother? That was massive for him. And then it all fell apart after that. You know, heart attack.
Well,
and then his family, he started giving too much money to his family. Let's be real.
he's also super racist.
Super racist now. Also is very broke. And I believe he's just turned into just a full-on alcoholic.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen. That's going to happen. You're going to have some fall off like that from some comedians from time to time.
I don't see why not.
The demons are going to get you eventually, brother. So is inflation. Dan, there was a proposal by Biden today for a gas tax holiday, which sounds like a fun, flirty thing, doesn't it? Gas tax holiday.
Oh, boy.
It might be on the new Beyonce album. I'm not sure. Now, what this is they're going to nix the federal tax on gas, so it's going to be about 18 cents cheaper than what you're paying per gallon right now. CNN is even raging online about this right now, saying, hey, dude, when you do shit like this, that's only going to cause people to rush to the gas tank. To the pump, get more gas, and then that's going to drive up the price even more because everybody's going to be in line for gas.
Yeah, that's part of it. The other part is that gas prices are up 40%.
Yeah.
So 18 cents.
It's not going to do it for me.
It's like it makes a big enough of a dent to create a rush on the market and make inflation worse, but not a big enough of a dent on the other side, right?
Right.
To bring it down.
Right.
It's a really stupid idea. Obama said it was a stupid gimmicky idea like in 2014, I think, or some shit like that, or maybe it was 2012. I don't remember, but yeah, this is, I mean, look, I don't want to be too negative about it. At least they're trying to do something. Like I assume that these people are trying their best to dig themselves and all of us out of the hole that they created. And that should be something that everybody wants to happen. Like whenever a new plan comes out to solve this problem, we should all analyze it irrespective of what has already happened, right? Because it doesn't do us any benefit to every time somebody from the left makes a point about how we might be able to solve this issue to say, well, it's your guy that caused it. Like, what did you just add to the conversation?
Right.
You didn't add anything. Shut your mouth. But again, this is like most financial institutions, most economists don't think that this is a useful endeavor. But at least, they are trying something. So maybe this alongside of a couple of other things might make a dent. I don't know.
I look, because I'm with you. I think you can't just keep barking at the other side saying they're fucking idiots. At least it is something, 1. 2, I would hope that it goes into effect over 4th of July when everybody's traveling a lot. Because all of us are driving somewhere for 4th of July. Some barbecue or family get together or whatever it may be. That's a big travel day. And then, obviously after that is Labor Day.
I'm burning an effigy of the Queen in my front yard.
Really?
I do it every 4th of July.
Queen Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know she had nothing to do with any of that.
But her family did,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no, not really.
Okay.
I don't think
Not the same line, no.
Yeah, that's a different line.
Who was the line, Bob? Who do we
Vic-
need to burn in our
That was
front
the
yard?
Victorian line.
Yeah, so the current House of Windsor was not
1776.
the House of Windsor was not in power during the Revolution. Let me look up who was the.
Yeah, because I need someone to burn. I need a fake body to put in the yard for the neighbors and burn so they understand how seriously I take 4th of July.
Well, I mean, it's George III, obviously, is the guy, but I'm trying to see what house he was in.
Georgie Three Sticks?
Yeah.
You're a Three Sticks.
I am. He was the House of Hanover.
Hanover, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so maybe, look, if I could find an effigy, it's a lot easier to find effigies of Elizabeth
Sure.
than it is, because she's still alive and shit, than
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
to
yeah.
find of George, who,
Yeah, do we have a picture of
I don't know
George?
if-
Do we have a body on George? What What's the height and weight on George? Pop him up on screen there. What do we got? Oh, he's nice. That'd be a fun one to burn, huh?
This is pre being addled by Alzheimer's or whatever the fuck he had.
And really,
well, Alzheimer's is not going to affect his body.
no. Well, I guess it does later on, but yeah, it would be nice if one of you fans could make me this effigy.
A stuffed one?
Maybe make like you can use like burlap sacks for the body. It's the face and head that I really need. So if you want a paper mache like middle school style,
Sure.
a head like, and if you do it based on the imagery, it's gonna make sense because the shitty paintings we have of this dude look like paper mache anyways.
Yeah.
Like the overly orangish color.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
just do that. And then I'll burn it in my yard and I'll enjoy my 4th of July as well.
It'd be great. It'd be great. Texas is a fun state for 4th of July because they sell fireworks every 5 feet here, including where we're at in our new office. You're going to see 10 shacks, little wooden shacks on the way home.
With a panther on the side of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A Black Panther. That's for Juneteenth, but it's also for some black cats, the fireworks, which are fun. And you can pretty much do anything you want here. It's surprising because there is a burn ban on. I don't know if you've seen it on the side of the...
Yeah, that fire station on 1826 always has burn ban is on or off on there, yeah.
But they don't really give a shit when 4th of July happens. They're just like, burn it down.
Well, I mean,
Who
you don't
cares?
want to have all your people on call 365 days a year. If you can limit it to like a 2 or 3 day period, then obviously that's better.
Yeah.
Now, we should do a fireworks safety show at some point. So
Here? We could do it from the parking lot.
Well, no, I mean, just tell people what to do and what not to do at some point because...
We could show them as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, Sean, if you can just put an M80 in your hand and grip it as tight as you can.
That'd be
and then
great.
Let it go off and we'll see what happens to your hand. Or we could just have JPP on the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, do we have JPP's number to get him on the show? Because he got his fingers blown off.
Where is he now?
Just like JPP himself, we do not have his digits.
Nailed it. Bob, that's the line of the day. That's the line. I'm going to give you credit for it. He's not. I'm going to.
That was It was good. It wasn't like the one earlier.
Wow. Did you see Delco's reaction to
The
that?
one on RPR earlier that
Layup.
you clearly had in the can already. That one was truly off the cuff, so I appreciate that.
Which one was the RPR one?
I don't remember. Whatever you said to Jesse, and she said, man, you had that one locked and loaded.
He was talking to me.
Oh, he was talking
Oh,
to Dan. It was
yeah.
something buried way deep down, down inside that he got to.
That was
express.
bubbling, yeah.
That's one of those things.
Live on
It's
air.
like the next time I see that motherfucker, I'm going to, yeah, and you just wait for your opportunity. He plays for the Bucks, so he's
He's still playing. He's still playing at a high level.
We could just
too.
call Jensen.
Yeah. Get him on the show.
Yeah, Jensen
I don't
knows
know
it.
if he's
I mean,
going to want to
obviously.
talk about it.
No, not about that. We'll talk about football, but then
Obviously.
it's like the 4th of July is coming up. Do you have any advice for people about the 4th of July as well?
It's so fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
It's so
Great headline here, by the way, from TMZ.
Uh-huh.
Jason Pierre-Paul claps back at mangled hand shamers. I'm still rich.
Oh shit! Pop that. Oh, that picture's up.
Yeah,
So
good.
is that his finger? Or is that a Band-Aid?
No, this is what his hand looks like.
Ah, fuck. Is it really?
Yeah.
Show one more time.
That's a pretty funny response, though. Like,
It
people
is.
are like, dude, your hand's fucked up. It's like, yeah, I'm rich.
I'm rich, dude. It
Dude,
doesn't. It
like,
doesn't
I don't
really
need.
matter.
What I'm going to do? Pick shit up?
Yeah, he doesn't need
Fuck
anything.
out of here.
He doesn't need anything at all. He's totally fine. Let's see that pic one more time. That finger. God, that's what's left of it, huh? God damn it. So there's no that's not like a glove over it?
No,
I don't think he cares.
he clearly doesn't.
Wanathan just gave us $10 for better internet to fix the buffering. Yeah, we're getting hammered on that today. There's a fucking shortage. There's an outage, right? Just go in a lower thing. Can you go in a lower thing, Delco?
Not live.
Not live, he says. All right. Well, is it one of those things, Giorgio, where it'll catch back up later once you stop watching it? Or will that always live in there for life?
We could always re-upload.
All right, yeah, we'll re-upload it afterwards. Who
Be here
cares?
till 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we'll do whatever we want now. We'll do whatever we want, okay? It's a free concert from now on. So I want you to know, when you go up into the woods, the man next to you is your brother. And you better goddamn well treat each other that way because we got it. We got the whole thing right here, okay? So don't screw it up. We're going to re-upload this show. We can say whatever we want. now doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Who's someone you hate, Dan?
Anybody that might be on our staff that's currently uploading something. Because that would be not smart, considering we're live.
I don't know that we are, though. I don't think we're uploading anything, are we?
No, I mean,
I am actually.
What are you?
Terrible.
It's
I hate
literally
you.
it's softcore history for tonight, but it takes 2 hours to upload a fucking video, so I thought I would start it.
And now, in hindsight, would you say that was the right move or no?
Well, I figured we'd have enough time
No.
between shows because we did, and no.
No. Sure didn't. So,
Yeah, we should just get Starlink here.
would that work? Is Starlink? I don't think that's got enough power, does it? That doesn't have enough juice. Starlink.
It's 50 up and down.
Variable upload. It's not great for live streaming. I had some guy who tested it.
That's Elon Musk's company, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can use our backup internet, the bonding box.
He's here. You would think since he lives here, maybe his satellite is directly over Austin because he's got shit to do.
He has like 160 satellites in orbit, I believe.
Yeah, but are they all over Austin? If I selfishly, I would do it if I were him.
No, you
He's
can't.
got a lot, and it's really good if you can't get internet anywhere. And they're opening it up to moving vehicles soon as well too. So
Okay. All right. Looking
I
forward
just
to that.
figured we could, push out 5 megabytes per second.
Not a prayer, huh?
Guess not.
Nah, dude. We called, who was it, Spectrum? I'll rage on Spectrum. I don't give a shit. And they said they were having problems. And I was like, why? It's sunny. Nothing's black. There's not a goddamn cloud in the sky right now.
Well, heat affects the way energy travels.
Does it really?
Yes.
God damn it. Well, in Texas, then we're
That's-
just fucked.
That's why there's fans on your computer and shit.
Did you look at the temperature for the next 10 days here?
No, I don't like doing
Not
that.
one. I wouldn't either. Not one single day is it going to be under 104, I think.
I don't mind that. That's
I
fine.
mean, the next couple days are 100,
Yep.
103,
Yep.
103,
Yeah.
102,
Yeah.
102,
All right.
100.
Let's get it.
And then we finally cool down. We get 99.
No, we get Luff balloons? When?
Yeah.
When is that? When are we getting 99
Tuesday.
Luff balloons? Next Tuesday.
So a week from today.
we should
Shit,
party
we
like
should do
it's 99.
we should do an outdoor show then.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. 99 Luff balloon.
I'm also convinced, by the way, it's just literally 10 times hotter here than it is at our old studio, like outside.
The asphalt. Yeah.
Like you just walk outside and it looks like you're in a fucking desert.
Inside, it's cooler in here though. Shit.
Oh, it's great in here.
Yeah, it's nice.
We're is this week. It is, I think,
Okay.
no, Friday. We're going to the lake.
No shit. When
Yeah.
not? When are you guys going?
We're leaving Friday after the show, Thursday after fake news.
Nice.
We'll be back Sunday. Yeah.
Nice.
We-
Where are you guys going to? What is it? Ozarks?
Yeah, Lake of the it's Osage Beach at the Lake of the Ozarks. We thought about going for 4th of July, but
It's going to be madness.
yeah, I mean, it's not the madness there. The madness there is fun. But getting back and forth on 4th of July, there have been so many flights canceled past couple of weeks. I think something like 85% of flights over this past weekend were delayed to some level or something like that. So I don't want to get caught in that when it's even.
Well, there's a pilot shortage now, Dan, because it's not good enough that we have food and gas shortages or tampons, but there's also pilot shortages. Did you hear about this?
How could there be a pilot shortage? Did
Yeah.
people retire in mass, or did they is somebody targeting our pilots?
So they're trying to figure that out now. But right now, according to this article this morning, Delta actually is leading the league in overtime right now as far as pilots go for airlines. I didn't think you could work overtime as a pilot. Like that's one job that I don't want somebody working overtime to be like, oh hey,
Well, you can't.
you
can-
look exhausted. You want to fly my family of 4 home?
According to labor laws, you can work overtime, but they can't. According to FCC laws, they can only work like a certain amount. Per
1,500
24 hours or per 36 hours or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, technically speaking, in a 7-day work week, you could work overtime. Now, are there more flights happening now? So that's why they can't staff it, or less pilots?
So
It's one of the two things.
I'm looking right now. It's a couple things according to American Winds. which I think is some sort of pilot website. There's new equipment that no one knows how to use, so they have to figure that out, or like get hours on the equipment.
What?
And then I guess early career salaries are shitty. That's kind of keeping people out. And there's and it costs a lot of money to train them on the new shit that they haven't trained them on yet.
Great. That's all great. Look, the economy is going to be fine. I don't know why everybody's panicking. This feels great. All of this feels great, and I think we're all going to be fine. And I don't think anything's been fucked up in the last 2 years at all, because we've got the J6 hearing still going on, D'Anthony, and I didn't know that was still happening.
Yeah, according to the Babylon Bee, they're working on the production for J6 on ice. So it's going to be
Can't wait.
everything you've seen so far, all your favorite players, but
Yeah.
they're going to be ice skating and obviously music and shit. So that's like the production quality. I don't know if you've ever been to an on ice production.
I actually have, yeah.
It's
Very
pretty
nice.
good. I mean, I'm not really into it, but
Very nice.
taking mushrooms and going to something like that. Like I used to go to what's it called? The Cirque du Soleil shit in Vegas all the time.
Sure.
The O one, the aquatics one.
At Bellagio. I've been to that. Yeah.
The aquatics one on mushrooms is the best thing you'll ever do in your life.
My mom wanted to see the it was the dudes.
The Thunder from Down Under.
No, God damn it!
Your mom wanted to
that'd
go
be-
to the
that'd be
Australian
awful.
strip club?
That'd be awful. She did. It was the dudes who were strong, and they would hold each other up and like, and they
Yeah.
were in unitards. And
Yeah, they're gems.
Yeah, super. But they were big.
Yeah.
Like they had arms and shit, and you were just like, all right, cool. And I remember leaning over to my mom, and I was like, "There's no way you're going to tell me that they aren't gay after the show is over, you know? And
Sure.
they don't have gay sex with each other." And after that, I was out of there. Like I was all done with that sitch. I went to Blue Man Group as a kid, and I enjoyed the magic of that. Did you ever go to Blue Man Group?
Yeah, that's dumb.
But did you go on drugs?
I don't think I would have enjoyed it.
I think you would have.
It's just the whole thing is fucking pointless.
Sure.
Team Power is what you're describing. It was a Christian powerlifters group. They used to
was
rip
not.
phone books.
You're talking
It was
about
not. It was not.
No, Workaholics did this. That show Workaholics, they parodied this. It was like a Christian strongman group that was touring cities, and
The Righteous Gemstones are doing it right now.
two of the dudes were banging each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. So Righteous Gemstones has one. It's God damn it. Fight Guys or Guys for
something
Christ or
dumb
something
like that. Yeah.
It's
Well,
funny.
It was Adam Devine's little group. I can't remember what they call him though.
Yeah, exactly. But he was also in Workaholics. So
Yeah. They're doing Steve Zahn is coming to season 3. That is a really good news.
of Gemstones?
Yeah.
No way.
I love
That's
that
great.
dude.
So do
He
I.
is so fucking funny.
The Lord's Force
The Lord's,
Lord's
Force.
Force.
Yeah, that's what they call
is
it.
the Workaholics one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really fucking funny. Yeah, I forget what the dude strongman thing was in Vegas. If you can look that up for me, Bob. But that was my last foray into that. Now, as far as Blue Man Group goes, that's fun because there's shit shooting out all over you, literally. I think at the end of the show, I don't know if they still do it. This was when I was a kid, but like there was like rolls of toilet paper coming over you and all kinds of shit.
What? So now you've got blue paint and toilet paper stuck to you?
No, they're blue. We're still white. But the magic of the whole, getting out of there and kind of unwrapping yourself and everything else that's going on, that's a fun one.
You know what would be really funny is to see the homeless version of all of these jobs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the failed homeless. Like, so there's just some giant dude with like 22-inch arms, huge traps, and he's crying and tearing phone books in half in an alley somewhere, and it's raining on him. He
be
can't
great.
get he can't get enough protein.
Everything
And then the
that's
Blue Man
homeless
Group
plays.
is just like walking. I mean, I guess the Blue Man Group one is Tobias Funke, right?
Yeah.
He already did that.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm down either way. I chatted earlier about podcasts and how celebrities keep getting podcasts. I was listening to Tim Dillon the other day. I actually made fun of the Obamas getting canceled from Spotify with their Spotify deal. I was like, they didn't get renewed for season 2, and that's a fucking president. Right now, they just got a new deal, and it's going to be with Audible and Amazon. And whenever you use this phrase when describing your content. It's never good when you say, we want to tell meaningful stories.
Yeah, that's
No one wants to hear that. Okay?
no, that's like every tech company says we're trying to change the world for the better.
No,
Like,
you're
no,
not.
you're trying to make money, bro.
That's
Just
all
calm
you're
down.
doing. We're all done with the meaningful stories here. We don't do that on Drinkin' Bros very often.
There is one meaningful story I'd love to hear Obama tell, and it's how Hillary Clinton dipped into the DNC's bank account and used money to pay a foreign agent to fabricate lies about a presidential candidate, and then he used that information to weaponize the FBI and CIA against that presidential candidate.
So I think they're going to do an animated version of that for YouTube Kids.
That'd be a great
that'll be
story to
fun.
hear.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure if that's going to be part of their deal or what they're doing, but congratulations. The weirdest shit for me is when people like this sign these deals. Like, who are the fucking royals? Meghan and Harry. And we do like 2 episodes. And it's like, how are you just getting $30 million for 2 episodes? What is it? Is it just to take pictures at the upfronts and kind of cruise around the office and take some pics with people and be like, hey, isn't this amazing? Like Obama's here, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
We paid him. You're essentially just paying to hang out with Obama. Speaking of which, Kamala is out on the trail campaigning right now, getting a little financing, trying to at least, a little funding for her whole shit. And they're also testing the waters of if she could run in 2024, which is a no-go, friends. That is never going to happen. She's too unlikable. And they found out today that it's also not very profitable if she does that. So originally, at these fundraisers, you would have to pay $25,000 to take a picture with Kamala, and you could have your own pic, and that's fun, right? For Instagram and everything else, you get to take a picture with the vice president for $25,000. Nobody wanted to pay that, is the problem, Dan.
Yeah.
So they slashed prices. Now it's down to $5,000 to take a picture with Kamala. That's it. Now, I remember, I'm going to tell you a little story here on the show today because we're having problems with the internet. Who fucking cares? I don't even know if the show is real.
It is real.
Is it?
It will still be up.
Well, let's say that it's not for the time being because I like to do things live, all right? I like a live audience for all this stuff, and right now we don't have that, so I don't really care.
You live in
I'm
the
gonna
here and now.
Exactly. This is our time down here. It's all over once you ride up Troy's bucket. Remember that, Delco. So, fun story for you. My buddy did a huge movie and got super fucking rich. And I get a phone call from him, and he goes, "Hey, do you think I'm rich enough to take a picture with the president of the United States?" And I go, it took me a moment. I was like, yes, I do. I think you're 100% rich enough. And he goes, what do you think that's going to run me? What do you think it's going to, he goes, I just want to do it, be fun for the parents and all that shit. And it'd be really hilarious for Instagram. And I go, man, I think it's probably going to cost you $50K and you can take a picture with the president. I was like, you're good. And at the time it was Obama. Obama was in office. And obviously that motherfucker was in Hollywood every weekend. Like,
Yeah.
You know? And I go, I don't even think you're going to have to wait very long, to be real with you. And he didn't. It was about 3-4 weeks. And when we got there, I was surprised Obama was only $25K. And
That's a good deal.
He forked over the cash, and I took the picture, and we have it, and we got a nice hearty chuckle out of it. And I was like, man, how fucked up is it that anybody? And when you look at these Epstein photos, you start to know why now, right? If you're rich enough, or you just have some disposable income like $25,000 or whatever, and you just want to hang out with the president for the night, $25K will get you a nice pic. That's the best selfie you could probably get.
That sounds a lot like prostitution to me.
Yes. Well, that's what it is, right? That's what being the president of the United States is. You're the highest paid escort there is. And then hopefully you just don't fuck up the country. You're fucking your clients and not fucking up the country, right? But $25K did that. I think in hindsight now, looking back at these numbers and knowing what Kamala went for today, I think Biden might be 10. Is that fucked up?
I mean,
I think Biden's probably 10 grand.
I don't know if it's even that much. Who would pay to have a picture with him?
I don't know. I've still never met like a Biden fan in real life who's ever come up to us and said, "Hey, I listen to your show. I might disagree with you guys politically and everything else. I think Joe Biden is doing a great job for
What
our
if
nation."
he let you sniff him?
What's that? Sniff Biden?
Yeah, like reverse it.
Sure, I'll sniff Biden.
10 grand?
I'll give it a little sniff. I'll give him a little sniff for 10K just to do it. If I was rich enough, I'd do it just to do it and be like, I just want to sniff. Because I didn't get a pic with him at the White House. COVID was going around when I did the White House
is within
gig.
the crowdfunding level.
Oh, 100%. 100%. So when I was there at the White House, we didn't get a pic with him because COVID was going around the White House. Kamala was out. So none of us could take a pic with him because they were worried he was going to die, which, let's face it, he fell off a bike, 3 weeks later or whatever it was. He should be dead.
Did you see Trump at a rally yesterday? Said, you should find the video, Rob, because it's really funny. I don't want to do it injustice because the way he delivers it is really funny.
Oh my God, I did see that video.
Yeah.
I died laughing. The comedic timing on that,
Yeah.
amazing. As a director, no notes. That was a one take walk.
It was really good.
It was really good.
Rob, do you know what you're looking for?
All I heard was Trump rally video.
Type in Trump bicycle, and that'll give it to you. X gonna give it to you on that one. But it was great. It was great.
We don't.
Yeah, but Biden, we don't have capability to put videos up today?
We do, but not audio.
Oh, well, fucking, that's pointless.
That's the whole bit is audio.
So what he says is, I don't do a Trump impression, but he says something about Biden. I'm sure you've heard he fell off of his bicycle.
Yep.
He says bicycle.
Intentionally.
Like a child. You know what I mean? And then he goes, he rambles for a minute, and then he says, "I can promise you this: I will never fall off of a bicycle," or something like that, or "I'll never ride a bicycle." I don't remember what he said.
I mean,
but it
I
was really
believe
funny.
the latter.
Yeah, I think he said, "I'll never ride a bicycle."
I believe that he will never get on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really,
and I
really
believe
great.
that. Like
I
all the
believe
other
it too.
presidents jogged and did whatever, played basketball and rode bikes, and Donald Trump just went to the tanning bed and drank Diet Coke. Didn't care.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
ALW in the chat is saying, "Ooh, Ross has a rich friend." I know. I wish I had more. Because we could really we could get Elon to put Starlink inside this, just hovering over the studio right now. And then none of this would buffer and it'd be great. I wish I had richer friends. I don't anymore. Even that friend, by the way, went down eventually for some scandal. So
Yeah.
I don't have those anymore. I don't know where they went. I don't know what happened to all my rich friends. Well, we do. It's the inflation. Or they all went crypto. A lot of them were crypto. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Nobody's watching this today. Who gives a shit? We can say whatever we want. We had an investor who wanted to invest in the seltzer company, and all of their money was in crypto. And then when that crypto fucking crashed, they were nowhere to be seen anymore. And it was just, man, the crypto days were good, weren't they?
There's going to be a trickle down effect for sure.
Fuck yeah, there is. Fuck
that.
yes. Although when I walked in, you weren't here this morning. When I walked in, the first thing Giorgio did is stick his fucking phone in my face and says, look at this new thing. What's the name of that coin, Giorgio?
Oh, here we go.
We'll try to spike it for you today, and then maybe you'll sell it. What's the name of the coin?
No, it's Alchemy Pay. It's a collateral coin used for validation. So as places begin adopting cryptocurrency payments, the timeliness is a really important part. So there's going to need to be a third coin intermediary.
Nope. No.
So I'm investing in those.
No. That's not a thing either, Giorgio. What's it at? 30 cents?
Lower.
Lower than 30 cents? Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
these coins are particularly super not very valuable. That way you can use them to collateral.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you know, have you ever heard of penny stocks?
Yeah.
Because this is exactly what you're describing. And then crypto as a
It's
whole.
1.3 cents right now.
Crypto, is it really? That's a penny stock, Giorgio. That's a penny stock. Crypto as a whole is starting to feel like a Ponzi scheme. It really is.
What
I'm
is
just
happening? Yeah, it's there are everybody that continues to advocate for it will point to the underlying value and technology and blah, 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 all that stuff. What it seems like to me is that some pretty smart people are getting a lot of midwits to basically fund this new technology without the smart person ever having to invest anything.
Yeah.
And now that it's now that it's being traded like currency, they're able to dip in and out of the market really fast and make a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
good for you, I guess.
it's working out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Why not? And that actually, that isn't to even necessarily insult people who are taking part of that process. That's how most emerging technologies work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the reason that there's been such a stall on electric vehicles is because the government has continued to say no to building, to investing in electric car infrastructure, like building charging stations all across the country.
Yeah.
The government could have done that in 2010, I think they could have accomplished it for $40 billion, less than we just sent to Ukraine.
Yeah.
And that would be it. Once that happens, every car manufacturer, instead of trying to compete in the fossil fuel nonsense, once that infrastructure exists, they all switch over immediately and start selling those more expensive cars. And then one of the companies makes a less expensive version of that car, and they sell a bunch of cars to that next class down. This is how technology emerges always.
Yeah.
So I still think it's gonna go up and down, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two main ones. But
I can't tell, to be honest with you.
no, it'll continue to go up and down. But it'll spike and then regulate, But the technology part of it is what really interests me.
Mm-hmm.
Like now that so many people have bought into this and so much money has been circulated around and there's so much, I guess, ingenuity, it's going to be interesting to see how quickly the tech itself actually becomes salient. Because right now it's not. Not in any major way. Nobody's using cryptocurrency tech in a major way at a major company doing major shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
And
not happening.
Delco, I believe it was you who told me that Domino's was no longer a pizza company. It was just about the tech at this
It's all
point.
about the tech.
And the stock is through the roof
Because of the tech.
because of the tech, right? So maybe that is the smart move, but who knows?
You can purchase your Chipotle with FlexiPay, which is one of the
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can. You just scan a QR code and you pay for your Chipotle with crypto using one of these intermediary coins that I talk about. Baskin Robbins is another one. So if you want to get your 31 flavors after that Chipotle.
No. Gonna go ahead and do that with Apple Pay, probably,
It'll be exactly the same eventually. It'll all feel the same.
So what's the benefit then? If
Right.
It's exactly the same.
It's gonna be the coolest wins then,
That's
right?
called a mousetrap, right? You can't build a better mousetrap.
Mm-hmm. So all you got to do is convince anyone that one thing is cool, right? It was PayPal, first of all, and then it switched over to Venmo, and then it's Apple Pay, and now it's Zelle, and then now there's crypto.
Do we want to talk about Apple as a banking service? Because we never really discussed Apple's new pay later financing program they have with Apple Pay.
No, but everybody's doing it, right? And everybody's dipping a toe into the interest game and all that other stuff. And I understand it. Look, it's for the time we're in right now. Like, I don't blame young kids who are coming out of college. First of all, you're saddled with $150,000 in debt, right? And then you're trying to buy shit. These interest plans are probably the only way to do it, as long as the APR isn't fucking military crazy, like the rates you were telling me. I mean, you were telling me some fucking wild shit that people were getting cars with like 30% APR and shit like that. Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, and it's like, as long as you're not going that aggressive, like...
No, I'm not personally. I follow it because it's interesting, but I don't really dabble much in the crypto game. But I'm glad people do. I'm glad a lot of people are into it because it's using crypto like to do all these things, like to as a handshake to confirm things, blah blah blah, whatever. All the great uses for it. That technology is going to be important in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important now, but yeah, I'm glad people are into it. I'm just not really.
The technology. Look, I used it to my benefit. I got in with these guys, a year and a half ago, whenever that was, and then sold out of it once it started cratering. I doubled my money, but at one point, it was up, close to 4 times as much. Like, it was gnarly, man. But you got to take some off the table. It's like fucking Vegas, is the way I look at it. Bob, I want you to bring up a story about this cartel monkey that got killed. And I'm going to do sponsors real quick, and then I really want to do a deep dive into this monkey.
Sorry. You know what's funny? I just sent that to your wife for Crime Corner.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
dude,
but I mean,
I've been
we can talk
hit
about
up.
it now, but
I've been hit up all day for it. Like,
Oh,
this is Dan's world. He lives for this shit. If he's getting a co-op monkey, I think this probably lends itself to why you should have it with this cartel monkey. First and foremost is ghostbed.com/drinking bros. We just read the temperatures here in Texas, okay? Got a big chunk of listeners in the state of Texas. It's 190 degrees here. Get a cooling mattress, get some cooling pillows, and get the goddamn sheets. Those are amazing as well. All of the things there that they have in the store, I love and I own in every single room in my house. I cannot suck their dick enough. I don't know if there's a ghost that would pop out with a ghost dick, but if there was, and I could suck it to get even more shit from them, I would do it. I'm a ghost whore now for ghostbed.com, all right? I would lay down that ghost in the bed and I would do admission. I would go missionary. I wouldn't rough up the ghost. I'd go missionary with it. That's how much I love their products. You get 30% off with the promo code Drinkin' Bros at ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros. Go there now, fill up the cart as far as it'll go and as far as the eye will see. Put so many goddamn items in there that you can't see the end of the page. You're like, oh shit, is this too much? It's never enough. It's never enough there, and you get 30% off promo code Drinkin' Bros. Now, if you want 40% off, then you're going to have to get the adjustable base and the mattress. It's worth it. I've got 2 of those fucking things. I love them. It's got a remote control, USB ports, all of it. And the remote control is super sleek, and it can fit inside you. So let's say you get weird one night and you're like, oh man, I didn't have time to go to Adam and Eve or go to the sex shop. Could I put this remote inside of me? Yes. And it'll probably come out pretty clean. I mean, as far as like the ease of it, obviously it's going to be a little dirty, but you have that option. And that's a nice thing from GhostBed. You know what else is a nice thing is the 60-month pay-as-you-go program that we were just talking about. A lot of places are doing this now to help you out because prices are so fucking high. Let's face it, you're probably not making a purchase like this on your own, just right out of the gates. So that's a nice thing they're offering you. Just click that at the bottom of the screen. Everything that I talked about, all those deals are good with that. Walk out of there with a brand new bedroom set for about $20, $25 a month. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros today and get on it. Next up, who do we got here, D'Anthony? Who's on
Righteous
here today?
Felon.
Is it Righteous Felon?
I believe so,
I
yeah.
fucking love them. I just yelled at Mexican Nick earlier about where is the Righteous Felon. We fucking eat the shit out of that. We eat the shit out of this Righteous Felon. My God, man, some of the best jerky on the planet. We've had other jerky companies in the past. There's a shortage of that too. They're in. They're completely in stock, and the flavors are incredible. The Maryland Monroe is my favorite. That's got that crab spice on it. Mm-hmm. The Truffalo Bill, fuck. And if you get down on like the hot shit, like the habanero, they've got the Carolina Reaper one that's pretty spicy in there. Then they've got the regular barbecue and the hickory, and they've also got beef sticks. You know what I ordered the other day was I ordered their variety package. So you can get a whole fucking box of it. So it comes with beef sticks, like the long sticks.
Yeah.
And then it comes with all the variations of jerky, and it was only like $60.
You should be careful with that Reaper one.
The Reaper one caught me, dude.
I mean, if you're into spicy stuff, you're gonna enjoy that one. The
That caught
flavor is
me.
really good.
I know. And everybody's tagging us online. Everybody's getting the righteousfelon.com beef jerky, and they're like, dude, you weren't lying. This is fucking incredible. Yes, it is incredible. And I feel like beef jerky technology over the years has just gotten better. I don't really know why. But this is like a craft jerky too. So it's like, you know, your favorite craft beer. This is your favorite craft jerky that they make. And they've got a gajillion flavors on there. Go to righteousfelon.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros will get you 20% off. They ship super fast and they're in stock. I know a lot of people are not in stock in the jerky world. They're in stock. Best in the biz. Everybody keeps tagging me and they're like, holy shit, wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie about the jerky, dude. I love it. I'm a huge beef jerky fan and we're out of it. Nick's got to go to the studio or order some and get the goddamn jerky over here. Go to righteousfelon.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros gets you 20% off. The variety boxes are the fucking jam, dude. And who's up next? Who we got last but not least?
I don't know. Hold on. I'll look.
Pull it up. Rolling with the homies today. The OGs. Babbel. We got Babbel.com.
Yeah.
Babbel is a language for life. Learn a new language, you losers. Okay? Don't be afraid to go out there and learn a new language. Maybe English just isn't good enough for you anymore. You ever think about that? You ever wake up in the morning and hear your voice speak aloud and say, shit, man, English sounds terrible for my face. Maybe learn a new language. At Babbel, they've got over 14 different languages. It's a language learning app. Super easy to download, super easy to use. We've had these guys on the show for a while. They're the best in the biz. It's the top. It's the top one we could get here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best language learning software I've ever used. It's actually the most used ever.
It is.
Technically
Yeah.
speaking. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's also the best. I mean, the way they do it, instead of having some of the other companies use like AI learning and stuff like that, but these guys, all the lesson plans are actually created by experts who teach languages.
Yeah.
Which takes a lot more time and money to do it that way, but the product is a lot better. So
Yeah, and right now you can save up to 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/drinkinbros. That is BABBEL.com/drinkinbros. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, save up to 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/drinkinbros. That is babbel.com/drinkinbros for up to 60% of your subscription. Babbel, a language for life. And then go to hardafseltzer.com. Get some seltzer. Get some 8% right to your face. No carbs, no sugars. We ship right to your door to 41 states. Used to be 42, but we're live in Tennessee. The more you buy online, the quicker we're able to get it out into stores in your state at regular price. Inflation sucks dick for us too. You know what I'm saying, man? So if you buy it, congratulations. That helps get it in your store fast. Tennessee, we're in 30 stores. 30 fucking stores there. Nashville, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, for Christ's sakes. We're there, dude. Go and get some Hard AF Seltzer. Go to hardafseltzer.com and get it shipped to your house. Bob, where are we at with the cartel monkey? Oh, shit. Is that a picture of it dead?
I don't want to see that.
I do. Look at that. Is that a... Wow. R.I.P.
Only 2 ways out of this game, you know?
Fuck yeah. Do we have a song for it? Or is that on the other computer?
It's in the other soundboard, yeah, for RPR.
Man, I'm going to miss this monkey. What's the name of the monkey, Bob? And it looks like it was shot. Was it
Yes,
shot?
it was shot in the shootout. A bloody shootout between the cartel and Mexican police. The monkey was dressed in a tiny bulletproof vest. I don't know.
Did the vest work? Because I've never seen a bulletproof vest that tiny. And Dan, I'll switch this over to you. Can you buy a tiny bulletproof vest like that for monkeys?
I mean, I'm sure you can buy a vest that's that size. Getting plates for it would be the issue, I would imagine. I don't know of anybody that makes ceramic and Kevlar plates that are that small.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, if you're kicking in the door, right, and you're going after the cartel boss, and then you see the monkey pop out. Bob, did he have a helmet on too? Did he have a little tiny helmet on?
No, it's wearing a hoodie. And
it's got a hoodie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the monkey has not been named, but the...
Too young? Is it a minor?
I mean, who knows? But the man who owned him was known as El Gorilla. So this could have been a cheeky, gift. Winking at his nickname. You know.
Pop that little fucker back up on screen real quick. Let's see it. Oh boy. You hate to see it, man. Are the eyes open? They didn't even put any pennies on the eyes or anything?
Well, you do that at the funeral when you push its boat into the river and shoot your flaming arrow.
This isn't a boat, brother. This is a fucking box. You cherish the monkey, open casket first, and then a ceremony.
Now, this is the interesting part. According to CBS News, state prosecutors from the area, I believe it was in Sinaloa, if I'm not mistaken.
No shit. Damn it, man.
They said that a primate was killed at the scene, which was presumably owned by a criminal who was also killed at the scene. They added that an autopsy will be carried out on the animal by a veterinarian specialized in the species.
Great.
So I'm not sure if it got shot or if it was something else.
Cocaine?
Well, look, it clearly didn't get hit in the torso or the front of the head, right?
Yeah.
So either it had a fucking heart attack or, got its legs blown off or something.
Let me propose this to you, okay? Because like Dan was saying, it's hard to get plates for that vest. Any chance that this monkey got shot in the chest and maybe the force was too much for the monkey? Because it's not a big monkey. That's probably
This is the dead monkey. This is the dead monkey.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
So
but
there's
that's not a big
bullet-
monkey.
There's
If
no
it-
bullet wound there.
No, but you think it's shot off?
No.
And like the force of it is what I'm saying.
Oh, like a concussion death.
Yeah,
Like what
correct.
happened with like
Yep.
cannonballs and stuff.
Yes.
No.
Why not?
You would be able to see it.
The bullet.
There would be a bullet hole in there.
Oh,
for
it would?
Sure. Yeah, it would rip. So the outside is just fabric.
Oh, it wouldn't just. I got you. It wouldn't just bounce off.
Well, it's not
I've never used a bulletproof.
It's not like a
vest.
fucking force field. Like it makes impact, and yeah, people do get fucked up pretty badly, even through the plate.
Okay.
A lot of times, my buddy got actually the top of his plate. He got shot in the back, and the top of his plate right here splintered, and he had all kinds of Kevlar like stuck in his back that he had to
Really?
get removed. Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
Yep. I mean, getting shot is not great. I don't think anybody said it was.
No. But that little monkey, that little fella put up a hell of a battle, didn't he? I mean, he looked the part. He looks like Zelensky. He's dressed up like Zelensky.
Well, he's doing just as much for his country as Zelensky's doing for his. Yeah, this is.
Zelensky's still alive, though. This monkey's dead. Oh, this poor little fuck. God damn it, man. You hate to see it, you know? On a day like this, it's a Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday.
This isn't what the world needed.
No, they didn't need to see this. What was the name of the monkey? Do we know?
There has not been a name released. His owner was nicknamed El Gorilla,
Sure.
but that's all we know.
One would think he would have a fun little name for it, you know? Mm-hmm. Un poquito gorilla.
It was a spider monkey. We know that.
I did not know that. It's a real spider monkey. You don't
Yeah.
say. Shit, those are not the easiest monkeys to come by.
Well,
This
it's
is.
Mexico.
This is the latest. Recently, like all these cartel dudes. Obviously, it's like Pablo Escobar. They own all kinds of fucked up animals. And I guess like a couple weeks ago, a tiger got out in a Mexican town.
Yeah, Bengal
No
tiger. And
shit.
then the owner showed up and just like the tiger saw him and they went home together. But it was
Colombia-
technically loose in town.
Have you ever tried to buy an exotic animal? Any of you guys?
No.
Really?
No. But Colombia actually still has a hippo problem
Yeah, big hippo problem.
from Pablo Escobar.
Why is it a problem?
Because they have no natural predators there. So he brought hippos. They fuck like crazy and then they start destroying everything.
That's kind of cool though. Like a hippo's a badass animal. Like I'm okay with that running through the town.
Yeah, a hippo is like
They kill a lot of people.
Daniel Cormier.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it caused a lot of damage, but it's pretty good at fighting.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, and they look the same as well.
They're hungry. I know that.
Yeah.
They're starving those goddamn things.
Have you ever seen that? I think we actually played it one time on a show. The hippo going through the water, like chasing.
Oh yeah,
after
yeah.
chasing-
Dude, it was scary as shit.
Yeah, and that thing has, I think it's like 2,500 foot-pounds of pressure in the bite or
Yeah.
something like crazy like that. I don't know. Yeah, don't fuck around with hippos for sure.
So I actually did try to. I looked into buying an exotic animal, and this is real, by the way. My kids wanted an animal. They wanted a dog, and I said no, because it's just like taking care of another child, and we were about to have another child. So I was like, fuck that. Cats. I don't think any kids, like male children, should have cats because you end up sucking your own dick usually at a certain point. I hate cats. And I don't know that they deserve to live on this earth. I really don't. Like I would like a cat-free environment, except for the big ones. Like we're talking, like a Bengal tiger's fine, but I just don't want a kitty cat. I don't like any of those goddamn things. So I looked in gerbils. They were like, "Oh, let's get a gerbil." I was like, "Nope, I don't want to see those dead fucking things in plastic tubes all through the house in the morning. I don't want to do that either." We settled on a fish, but I did look into buying a sea turtle because I thought it would be hilarious, and I thought they do well in like hot climates. Turns out it's super illegal. You can't get a fucking sea turtle.
I mean, you can go to the sea and get one.
No, you can't just take one. They
Who's
won't-
gonna fucking stop you, dude?
Right.
There's not police at the beach.
There isn't, but if you get caught with them, it's a crazy fine, Bob. I don't know if you can look up the number of it.
What if you rip
yeah,
one
I'll
in
check it
half?
out.
Well, that wasn't a sea turtle, right? That was a box turtle down there at that.
Turtle?
Yeah,
Turned
Yeah, that was just a box
Yeah.
turtle.
box turtle. Yeah.
What do you mean just?
Well,
Yeah.
like those are everywhere. So anybody could have one of those. A specific, like a sea turtle, you can't own specifically though. You're not allowed to do it. They're like endangered or something.
Can you rent them?
No. Tried to rent one too. I was like, all right, cool. We'll have it at the house. Can't do it. Can't do it.
What about Layla?
Hollywood is the only. We rented one in Hollywood. And there was this one fucking crazy animal farm. It's about an hour and 10 minutes north of Hollywood. And we went up there, and they've got all the exotic animals on one place. And the people that run that shit are exactly what you think they are.
Yeah, that Doc Antle guy from whatever Tiger King just got arrested by the FBI like last week.
Yep.
So
Who
sea
knows?
turtle-
Who fucking knows what that guy's been up to?
Oh, yeah, dude.
fucking with the sea turtle. Civil penalties can exceed $50,000 in
Yep.
fines. Criminal penalties can include up to $100,000 and up to a year in prison.
Shit, dude, for a sea turtle, bro.
It's still a
Once I looked
misdemeanor.
that up, I was like, oh, damn it, man. Yeah, but I don't want to pay $50K for a sea turtle.
On my honeymoon, we went like snorkeling off the coast of Kauai and Hawaii or whatever, and there's sea turtles there and shit.
Yeah.
Like there's around you or whatever.
They're beautiful.
They're like, don't touch the fucking sea turtles.
Yeah.
They're like, we will have to turn you in. You will be in deep fucking shit.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, I know you might want to reach out and touch a sea turtle or something. Fucking don't.
Yeah.
Don't touch shit.
Fuck
But it'd be
that.
fun because they don't really eat that much. It's just kind of grass, and they kind of just mosey along. And every time I've seen them at like a zoo or something, they're always sleeping. So I was like, that would be an easy animal to take care of.
They're
I
not
can
at
just
zoos.
leave it in the backyard.
What do you? That's not a sea turtle lives in the sea.
But doesn't it kind of just splash water on occasionally? Isn't it like a manatee where they just go and lie on a dock all day?
No,
most
they
of the day?
spend like 80% of their life underwater.
Well, then I would have fucked that up. I would have killed that thing.
Manatee too. They don't even manatees like don't leave water.
Sea
Yeah.
lions. Sea
Sea
lions.
Sea
lions,
lions
yeah.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
Seals and sea lions
Yeah.
are like both.
Yeah.
They like the beach.
I picture this more like a sea lion where it was just kind of get in
Yeah.
and out of the water, and that's fine. I've got a pool.
Well, you can get that like a red-eared slider. That's a freshwater turtle. Swims around all day, then it'll go up on the land, sun itself, go back in the
You
water.
got a picture of one of those fuckers?
Yeah, hold
How
on.
big are they?
You've seen it.
How big are they?
Why do you know so much about fucking turtles?
It's Bob. I like it, Bob. I think it's a nice thing.
Yeah,
It's not
mo-
like I'm asking him about child porn.
Most of my information about turtles came from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So-
Donatello?
It's mostly wrong because none of them. I've tried to fight several of these things, and none of them fight back. They don't know how to use the weapons that I give them. It's
Nope.
fucking pointless. Have you ever tried to start a gang with a fucking like 4 turtles?
A street gang?
Yeah, man, it's fucking stupid. They don't know how to snap their fingers or nothing.
Pop this up on screen here. Look at that. Yeah,
That's a
I've
nice
seen
looking
those.
guy.
That's a nice little turtle.
Dan, I think you need a rat in order to.
I want
rat?
it. I
Street
want
gang.
it bigger.
The rat would have to be Japanese,
He would.
and I don't. Their rats are probably all radioactive now.
What
Yeah.
about sharks on rollerblades?
I want a shark with pit bull legs.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's what I want.
That'd be really
I
fun.
mean, you could put roller skates on the pit bull legs if you want.
But street sharks.
I
Street
want
shark,
I
yeah.
want a bigger turtle than that, though, Bob. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how big is
So,
that? You don't know how
it
big
doesn't
that
look
is.
very big. I've
It
seen
can,
those
it can
in
get
real
to
life.
about the size of like a medium like dinner plate, like a round or whatever like that.
So like 16 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
basically?
It's not really good enough for me.
you need like you want like a fucking tortoise.
Here's
Did you say
yes.
16 inches in diameter?
Yeah, 16.
That's huge. That's a pizza.
That's not that big. So here's
you-
why I wanted the sea
I
turtle.
thought that's what you said. That's what you were talking about. You're talking about a dinner plate?
yeah, like
Yeah,
a dinner
he's
plate,
talking
like
about
a
dinner plate.
Oh, that's probably 10.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It-
still-
So here's why I wanted it, because the kids, like a big sea turtle, it's too heavy, and the kids couldn't pick it up and bring it in the house. This, they could bring it in the house, and I don't want to wake up to that.
How big's a manhole?
A what? Manhole?
Yeah.
Manhole's huge.
About 2 feet probably.
Yeah, that's huge. You can fit your whole body in there.
Let's look. How big is a manhole? I mean, I can tell you how big my manhole is.
Please do.
About a half inch by a half inch.
It's a get the fuck out of here with this bullshit.
The hole?
Communist
His
nonsense.
butthole, yeah.
Oh,
No, manhole's like 2 feet.
no,
It's
that's
huge.
pee hole.
That's no.
Manhole?
No.
Manhole's a pee hole.
No, it's not. It's your beehole, dude. That's your
Ladies
fucking
have
butthole.
bee holes though.
Yeah.
The manhole is the pee hole.
It ranges from like 60 to 96 inches.
Yeah, that's fucking huge, dude. That's like 4 feet, 3 feet.
That's the inside part though. The manhole cover is what we're looking for.
Yeah, the cover for it. Either way, I don't want the kids bringing it. I like with a sea turtle, it's too heavy. They would never be able to lift it and get it in the house.
What if it could fly?
I mean, now the drugs have fully kicked in, Giorgio. And again, we're having rendering issues, so who cares? Like this show doesn't exist.
We have been render free for a while now.
You don't say.
Yeah. So everything you said when we're like the show doesn't count,
Sure.
it's out there.
Oh, it is? Okay, good. Good. Well, looks like we're banned. We're immediately after we got 100,000 subscribers. Okay. Yep, Giorgio's pointing out that the mode is okay.
Yeah, we had about like a minute and a half of
Connection
issues, but that's it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, I said some fucked up shit today.
You did. I think.
Why stop now?
Why
Who
stop
cares?
ever?
Yeah, who fucking cares at this point?
Speak your truth, Ross.
I will. I will speak my
I
truth.
believe in you.
I called that Lightning game last night, but we're down to it now. Almost all sports are out, and I'm like, I want the NHL to now drag that out to 7, or I've got nothing left at night.
Yeah, I don't.
Nothing.
Here's what I don't want to see is more lacrosse in the fucking top 10 on Sports
Yeah,
Center.
you better take that ass across the street.
Just enough with that shit.
What is wrong with lacrosse?
Because it's always the same. It's one of two moves. It's a guy diving in front of the
this
goalie,
thing
or
behind
it's
his
behind
back.
the head.
Yeah,
Every
cradle.
single fucking time.
The cradle,
Yeah.
cradle to the grave,
It's America's oldest sport.
for a reason. Should have been fucking killed with the Indians.
You know what's also old is like slavery. Are you a fan of slavery as well? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Won that one.
Let's get rid of lacrosse now.
Go ahead and chalk that one up as a
Brings
win
up
for me.
bad memories.
Lacrosse.
Throw it
and
out the window. I don't need lacrosse.
Lacrosse and slavery are basically the same thing. That's what we've discovered today.
We've discovered that today. If I never saw a lacrosse game the rest of my life, I'd be totally fine with it.
I will
that
say,
and cricket.
when I,
cricket can fuck right off too.
When I switched from baseball to lacrosse, my dad went to one game,
Yep.
and he's like, "I'm not doing this."
Nah.
No.
Yeah, get out of here with that
I
comment.
was say, like,
bullshit.
Yeah.
your kids might play lacrosse.
No, they sure won't.
Not gonna let them.
No, I'm not
like-
gonna let them. Fuck no. My kids at camp today. You go the big 3 here. 4, big 4.
What?
You either go football, basketball, baseball, soccer.
Okay.
Soccer's still fun. I enjoy it, especially at a high school level where there's a bunch of goals scored, and you're like, all right, great. I like college soccer too. I even like the fucking women's soccer because they're good. The one I can't get down though is the U.S. Men's Olympic team. They're fucking dog shit.
The
the World Cup team.
Yeah.
If you just accept them for what they are, which is a mid-tier team, then you're not going to be
I
disappointed.
can't because I get my hopes up. Remember when
Right.
Lexi Lawless, he had the red beard and the red hair? I got into it that year, and
Yeah,
I
you
let
can't-
myself down.
you can't go in.
About esports.
No.
Like, you wanna watch me play FIFA?
No. And the worst is when kids watch other kids like on Twitch and shit. Like, how the fuck is that a thing? How the fuck is that a thing, dude? Esports. Or just watching other children play video games where you're like, don't you want to play?
Yeah,
why do you want to watch somebody else play?
You should just South Park did an episode on this.
Oh,
And
did they?
Yeah, and all the kindergartners called all the fourth graders grandpa every time they made the point that you're making right now.
But explain it to me.
I can't because I don't understand it.
I don't either.
But that doesn't mean it's not a legitimate thing.
So
to
I
them,
sat down. I tried to understand. I sat down with my kid. He likes to watch it on YouTube, right? It's just video games, and here's the creepier part about it is it's older dudes like fucking our age playing, and they're screaming at each other through the screen, and then they're playing the video game that my kid's watching, but they're not swearing. So they clearly have the rules down for YouTube of how to monetize this shit. So they're not swearing, and you can tell they put a different pitch in their voice specifically for kids, where they're like, oh, look at that, I'm coming around the corner, Bob. Ooh. And you're like, God damn it, man. For hours they do that
Can
shit.
you please do that for hours?
Here's what we should do. We should just make
Terrible video games. That's the problem. I die like every 10 seconds.
We should make a lot of like hours and hours of video of kids playing with tortoises, and then put that on the internet. Then you don't have to buy your kids anything.
I tried to get my kid to start a YouTube channel so he would stop watching that shit. I did. I was like, hey, dude, why don't you just make a channel with all your buddies and your stuff and all that? And like, then you're actually working on something, right? You're editing, you're learning lessons that you can take with you in life rather than just watching other people. Grown men play video games that you could be playing, but you don't want to play them. Like,
I don't know. Maybe they're all getting ready. What was that stupid movie where the kid was playing video games?
Ender's Game?
Huh? No. The guy was playing like an actual arcade game, and he beat it, and then some alien showed
The Last Starfighter?
Yeah, The Last Starfighter. That's it. That's maybe all. Maybe this is how it goes. Every generation does something weird that their parents don't like, and this is their generation shit. But it could be like just part of nature. You know what I mean? That they're preparing to fight some technological war or some shit like that. I don't know.
Were they at the dance?
What's up?
Were they at the dance?
Dance.
Oh,
yeah.
you just described what is it? FP or yeah, the FP. That's the name of it. Where they dance on the fucking thing in like 20.
There's a lot of dancing in this new generation.
There is. I'll tell you, since this show didn't exist today, and we're like beyond it.
Still out there.
Nah, not a prayer. Dan and I, we won't say what city because I don't want to narrow it down. So you guys go looking for this person. But Dan and I were at a house party. And there's guys who play video games, and they have a huge YouTube channel. And I said, hey, why don't you use your face in the videos? Because Dan and I looked it up when we went back to the office, right? Because we were potentially thinking about a guest because they had a gajillion subscribers on YouTube. And we were thinking about getting them on the show because people like it or whatever. And the guy says to me, he goes, no lie, he was bald and he was older. And he goes, if kids knew what I looked like, they wouldn't subscribe to my channel because I'm so old. And I was like, fuck, that's dark, dude. Remember when I looked at you and I was like, dude, what if that's your world? You have to pretend to be someone else.
Know yourself, right?
He clearly did, and he's making a lot of money and good for him. But he literally said, he goes, if kids knew what I looked like, they wouldn't want to watch this. And parents wouldn't want me to watch it.
Didn't you lie during the audition for Greek?
No, not Greek.
Not Greek?
For age? Yeah, age all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it got to a point where they weren't allowed to ask you anymore. So Greek was the last like big offer of like, hey, come and play. And I was 30. And they were like, come play college. And I was like, it was a 6-year contract. And I was like, oh shit, is this it? Like, is this what we're going to do? I felt like Andrea from the original 90210. I would have graduated college at like 37 years old. 38.
What part were you going for? I love Greek.
It was a junior fraternity guy. Not that that's a huge shock.
In the preppy fraternity or like the cool like
the preppy one, yeah.
Alt for okay.
Yeah. It was always the villain, right?
Yeah.
For all that shit. Like that was my specialty at the time. Well, not mine, but
yeah.
Let's face it. If you fall into a groove, there's no reason to get out of it.
No.
Find a niche and exploit it. That's what makes you great in life. And I was definitely fine with it. And look, it's a blast. When you do those things at that age, what I lied on, I know what you're talking about. Accepted. When I signed my contract for Accepted, we were all at Universal together signing, and I was signing my contract next to Blake Lively. And I looked over, and she had just turned, I think, 18 years old, and I was 28 at the time, and I was like, whoops, I'm going to go ahead and dial this back a few years. And here's why. You want to be able to hang out and go to dinners and shit afterwards. You don't want to be the creeper who's just like, oh, yeah, I'm one of you high schoolers. Like, no, I couldn't do that, so I had to lie on that contract. Luckily, it didn't matter on like your paycheck, but yeah, I definitely lied on that because I wanted to hang out with everybody. But it started to feel weird because shooting that shit is a blast too, where it's just like, oh, every day feels like a fucking fraternity party. It's fun, and you can put whatever in those solo cups. Nobody sees it. Nobody sees it whatsoever. And then I ended up adapting that on FDR American Badass. We let people drink on set all day, as long as in a solo cup. I didn't give a shit.
That was my favorite thing that came out of the Chris Noth accusations. Is that he was just like getting bombed on the set of Law and Order.
Yep.
Like he was just like, yeah, you need to go out, but it was like 2x4s, like it was like 24-ounce tall boys of fucking like Bud Light, and he was just like, yeah, you need to go down to the bodega, grab me a couple 2x4s. That's the only way I could do this job.
And you know, once he was boozed out, because he's the one that got popped for the Me Too shit. Well, it was very, like, recently, too, like 6 or 8 months
Extremely.
ago.
It was right after the new Sex and the
City
thing came out, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny, dude. Because you know he was just bombed halfway through the day, and he was just saying the worst shit to people. Like, I don't think he probably acted on it, but, you know, let's face it. Every girl wanted to fuck Chris Noth. Who doesn't want to fuck Mr. Big
It's
for
Mr.
the story?
Big, yeah.
For the story, if you're a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no
Anyway.
idea who that is.
Ask Brittany. She'll tell you. And ask Brittany this. Would you have fucked Mr. Big for the story? I asked Jessie one time. She was like, yeah, if I was in New York. Like, yeah, it's a great story. It's a great fucking story. But yeah, the teen movie shit was like that, where it was just like, hey, dude, this is a fucking party, and you can booze all day. Now you just can't get out of control and fuck shit up. And that's the biggest issue with these guys. So, you know, it is what it is. Shit, since this show doesn't exist, let's just keep going today, okay? Vince Vaughn did this on 4 Christmases with Reese Witherspoon, where she was super type A and Vince Vaughn was just kind of whatever and wanted to improv scenes and have fun and, you know, making movies is fun. She wanted to go buy the books and everything else. He got tired of her shit, and like he was always, I guess, like 20 minutes late to set every day. Just a little bit, right? Just enough to piss off Reese Witherspoon. And she said something to him, and he's, you're gonna do this now? Well, here's what's gonna happen. And he tears off. He had a purple Trans Am, like a bright purple Trans Am. I don't know if he still has it, but it was an amazing car. And to this day, I don't know if he did it for the comedy of life or just to do it. But he drives down to the fucking 7-Eleven, picks up a full case of like fucking Busch or Coors Light, and just starts ripping him back all day for Reese Witherspoon. Was just like, now this is happening. I'm drinking because of you right now. This is what's happening. And I thought that was the greatest story of all time because I enjoyed the movie. I'm a big Four Christmases fan. It has really grown on me over the years. They played every holiday season. And knowing that Vince Vaughn was just probably fucking with her the entire movie, just power bombing Busch Lights, is amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, not really.
Why
It's like she's just trying to do her job. And this guy's being a cunt about it. And now
Not really. 20 minutes late, you know? He was going through some hard times the night before.
yeah, that's his problem. If your solution to your problems is to make them other people's problems, you are a cunt.
You know the other one, again, since this show doesn't exist, who cares? Gandolfini was shooting a movie with Sean Penn down in New Orleans. I guess James Gandolfini just went on a fucking bender, and they lost their mind on set where they were just like, hey, dude, we can't get James out of the hotel. We can't wake him up. Nothing.
Yeah, but he's big enough, and I don't mean physical stature, although also that, but he's big enough where there's nothing you can do. Like, unless he murders somebody
100%.
or something, you just have to eat it, whatever fucking shit he throws your way.
So what happened was one of the producers, I guess, went to Sean Penn, and they were like, Sean, because I guess his scene was with Sean Penn that day. He was like, Sean, we got a problem. Gandolfini, I guess, went hard last night. He's not getting up or whatever. And he goes, I tell you what, everybody relax. And he pulls out his wallet and gives the guy like $200 as AD. And he goes, I want you to go down to the liquor store and I want you to buy this really nice bottle of whiskey, whatever it was, right? And he goes, okay, and then what? And he goes, I want you to deliver it to his room. I want you to pour him a drink, you know, and offer him ice. I don't know if he likes it neat or if he likes it with ice. That'll get the engines going and he'll come back down to set and we can fucking resume filming. He said an hour later, Gandolfini showed up happy as shit, apologized to the crew, and then gave a nice firm handshake to Sean Penn. And he was like, that was a class act move. It was a gentleman's move right there.
Well, I mean, I'm sure quite a few people have had to do that for Sean Penn.
Oh, yes. That's exactly what I was thinking, too. When I heard that story, I was like, you know this happened from experience.
Yeah.
Sean Penn was woken up somewhere with a bottle of something's finest. Because let's face it, we were drinking that Pappy Van Winkle yesterday. If somebody brings that to the door and we're hungover as shit, that'll get the fucking night started.
Yeah.
Where you're like, all right, great, I'll get up for this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do things today.
Why not?
Yeah. We got shit to do today. Like, that's a nice thing, and I don't mind it. What did the Supreme Court do, by the way? There's breaking news here. People are talking about it. What was it? Do you know?
Supreme Court was hearing a case from, I believe it was from Maine, where Maine is activating its school choice program. And if you don't know what that means, it means that the money follows the kid, not the institution. So a state will decide it takes $10,000 to educate a child every year.
Okay.
Most states still, I think there's like 27 that have some form of school choice now. So maybe it's not most, but a lot of states now still force people into public school or you can pay for private school. But a lot of the states, 27 now, are the money follows the kid. So if the kid wants to go, if the parents want to send them to public school, then the public school gets that funding. If they want to send them to a private school, the private school gets that funding, whether it's a charter school or anything else. Now, for Maine, I don't know if they wrote it into the legislation or if it was decided in the courts later, but it didn't apply to any religious institution. So
like Catholic schools, Catholic high schools,
like
and shit?
any religious private school was exempt from this opportunity, and the Supreme Court decided 6-3 today that that's unconstitutional.
Okay. What were you going to say, Bob?
I was just going to say Catholic school is probably like 80% of religious schools in this country.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like,
For
it's
sure, yeah.
Yeah, tons. So what did they do that out of? Because the right is religious for Catholics and shit like that?
What are you asking?
Why did this need to go up to court? I guess
I don't know why. I would have to look back
up to the high court.
Yeah, I would have to look back in history and see why, if it was a court decision, if somebody sued and said that public money shouldn't be going to a religious institution, or if it was written into the law that way in the first place and it went through the courts. I have no idea.
Well, just hearing it out loud for the first time, wouldn't that affect public schools more? Because look, if you have the money to pay for private school, you're doing it. So now isn't this going to take money away from public schools?
Yes, hopefully. I mean, that's the so here's the question: if school choice is why would parents having a choice take money away from public schools?
I don't think it should.
No. Yeah, it definitely should, but that's not what I'm asking you. Why would it happen? And the reason is because public schools fucking suck, and because people want the best for their kids. So,
did you go to public school growing up?
Yeah.
Was it good or bad?
Terrible.
I went to a great one.
The vast majority of American public schools are fucking terrible. No, that's a statistical fact. They're terrible. We're like 36th in the world in fucking math and science.
But dude, forget even math and science. There was you could tell who went to a shitty public school versus either a good public school or a private school, which was the vast minority of people when I got to college, by who even knew how the fuck to write a paper.
Yeah. Just how to organize things. Yeah, but it's a rhetorical question. Why would school choice defund public education? The answer is because parents want the best for their kids. It's an active environment, so they're going to spend that money where they think their kids are going to get the best education. Now, public schools have the opportunity to improve the quality of their product just like a private school does.
But they need money.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. We fund the fuck out of schools. They're not out of money. That's not the problem. No, it's not the problem.
What do you think it is? I think they don't have enough money.
If you watch the American Party I did with that, I can't remember that guy's name, but it was like a month ago. The older guy, he talked a lot about this issue, but it was, and there are some people in academia that have done quite a bit on this as well. It's like the schools that you have to go to. There's a bundle of schools that teach the group of people who teach education in America. So all the professors at all the public universities, public and private universities, they all go through curriculum based on just a very small group of educators who educate other educators. That's their job, is to make new educators, and they're fucking crazy. They're like these lunatic Marxist people. You know what I mean? So kids aren't getting taught anything at all. They're just getting taught bullshit all the time.
The only issue is private schools are so fucking expensive now for kids.
They're not though. They are. But here's the idea. So in Texas, I think it costs $11,000 or $12,000 per kid, something like that. So
for a private school?
No. Just to educate a kid in a public environment. Gotcha. So let's say your private school costs $25,000 a year, or whatever, right? Yeah. 11,000 of that now is subsidized by the government in a school choice program.
So here's what I would rather do, especially in the state of Texas. I would rather pay for that than my property taxes, because I bought that land. I own that house. I shouldn't have to pay for renting that. Like, I'd rather that money go there. Not that has anything to do with this, but shit. I went to a good public school. And you try to find the best public schools. The ones out here are really fucking good where we're currently
But the vast majority of people they don't have the capability to do that. The vast majority of people are stuck. They live where they live. They're stuck there.
Yeah.
For a variety of reasons.
That's true.
They don't have the ability to drive more than X amount away or let their kids take the bus.
But they're definitely not going to have any money for private schools then.
Well, they will in a school choice program where it's all of our collective tax dollars. And instead of that $10,000 going to this shitty public school, it goes to the parent and they decide.
Oh, so they could pay for the private school?
That's the whole point of all this, yeah.
Well,
half of it.
That'd be all right. Half
well,
of it, yeah.
I mean, it depends, right? Like the one we were looking at for Kane up there is like $15,000 a year.
Right.
So that would pay for the vast majority of it.
Yes. But then you got to come up with another $5,000. That's a lot for people, man.
Sure. Yeah, it is. But I mean, that's when, once public education takes a hit, financially like that, they have to improve their product. It takes time. It's going to be a slow process, but they have to improve their product. And also because there's more private school tax dollars or private school funding available, there will be more private schools and there will be more competition between them to lower their costs.
So is this essentially giving the parents the money to choose? And let's say they don't choose, then let's say they want to
They can
send
leave
their
them in the
kid
public school if they want.
Okay, and then but they still get the money or no?
No.
Okay.
Well, they never get the money. The money goes to the education facility, whatever it happens to be. They just get to choose where the money goes.
Okay.
Right? So, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it works.
Whenever they choose where the money goes, it never goes where it's supposed to go is the problem.
Well, no, I'm saying you as a parent right now, living where you live, you would get a form or whatever it is, like you do your taxes. Like, hey, where are you going to send your kid to school this year? You can choose that private school. And that's it. The end. There's no more for you to do.
Is it taxable then? Can I write that off?
No. Well, you could write off the additional part that you pay, but you can't write off free money from the government.
Got it. Well, if you could write that off, maybe. But otherwise,
Yeah.
we're just fucked. And then also we have breaking news here. Senators just struck a deal on gun violence. Compromise is at hand, it says. Senators have moved to the brink of an agreement on a bipartisan gun violence bill. Democrats' lead negotiator said Tuesday, potentially teeing up votes this week for these gun bills that we were talking about. This is 9 days after the Senate bargainers agreed to a framework proposal and 29 years after Congress last enacted a major measure curbing firearms. What was it 29 years ago? Do you remember?
There was the Brady Bill 2, which included the assault weapon ban and the 10-round magazine thing, I think.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, they're pretty positive. This guy, Chris Murphy from Connecticut, told reporters that I think we've reached an agreement and we're just dotting the I's and crossing the T's, but I think we're in good shape right now. So, see what happens there, but it appears as if they got the numbers in Senate. So.
Yeah. I mean, what they don't have is the numbers in the Supreme Court, which is where any red flag laws have already made their way through the Supreme Court and been found unconstitutional. I don't know why these idiots think that they can pass this and it not immediately go through the courts.
So how fast would it take to get to the Supreme Court? So let me ask you that.
I mean, technically, it has to go through lower courts first.
Right.
And because of all the nonsense that's going on, the backlogs in the courts and all that stuff, who knows? Right.
Okay.
But a federal judge can issue a statement that says this law doesn't apply right now until we decide.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? So it's like an injunction, basically, is what it is.
So will somebody do that in the state of Texas then? Because didn't they do it last time on something? Wasn't it a guy from Texas?
Yeah. Somebody will file a lawsuit the day this bill gets signed. 100%, no shit. Literally the day this bill gets signed.
Yeah.
They will file a lawsuit, and it will be in a federal court almost immediately.
I was going to say, I remember when Trump was in office, it was always the Ninth Circuit, and I think the one that is fucking
Ninth
over,
Circuit is the Bay Area
correct.
of California.
And I think the one that Democrats bitch about is the Fifth Circuit. Is that here?
Yeah.
Or is that somewhere else?
I think it's here, yeah. So I would expect within 2 or 3 weeks there would be a federal injunction against this bill if it passes. I don't know if the last one that they talked about, if it's the same thing, but with red flag laws and shit like that, that's not going to pass. I mean, it'll pass here, but it's not going to pass through the courts.
Okay.
It's already been through the courts and failed, and that was when the composition of the courts was closer. It was 5-4 and not 6-3. Now it's 6-3. It's not going to happen.
All right. Yeah, we'll check on that. And then lastly here, that's Uvalde footage last night. You know there was a reporter from Austin who broke that story? Fucking exploded.
No, I don't know. I didn't really pay much attention to where the information came from. I was just watching the video and I saw.
Did you? Yeah, I was going to ask you. Did you get to see the whole video?
The narrative has been for the past month or so, I guess, that from the appeaser side, I guess, or the apologist side, is that they didn't have the equipment or whatever to get in.
Correct.
Turns out that is 100% untrue. Yep. About 45 or 50 minutes, you have two dudes with ARs and their shields.
48 minutes, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So in addition to that, the door to the classroom was not locked at all. So they didn't need any specific breaching equipment. All they needed was they had everything they needed for almost an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And from what we can tell, I think there were 6 additional shots fired in that time period, which you would assume means 6 additional children got killed.
So I didn't get to see the video. I was glued to the television watching the description from the local Austin reporter last night, who had seen the video and shared the screenshot, and that's kind of where the story broke. And as soon as I saw that screenshot, I was like, holy shit. Yeah. And then he went through the timeline of it yesterday on the news, and it was pretty fucking crazy. I think the last question that is unanswered, which I would have to hear with audio. Did you hear with audio? You can
no.
put that picture up on screen if you want, Bob.
Yeah, so these are the guys. You see those 2 in the front there. Those are shields with weapons attached to them. They had everything they needed to go in. And my understanding is from both people who were there that day and from the most recent media coverage from today is that the cops were asking to go in repeatedly, and the on-scene commander was telling them no. That's
what I heard as well. And if that's the case, who's right and wrong in this situation, I guess?
The most important thing that you learn in combat is that is violence of action. Like the more quickly and violently you act, the less damage you will take and the more damage you will inflict. And that's what we learned about school shootings, all the analysis of school shootings over the past, 30 years since Columbine, 25, 27 years, I guess. Everything we've learned is that you interdict immediately. You don't wait around. You go in and kill the dude. Whatever it takes, whatever you have to do to get in there and kill that dude, because every second matters.
Yeah, because the only thing that I keep thinking is...
And by the way, that's what every law enforcement officer that gets trained on this, that's what they get taught. That's the first thing that if you go through any of these courses, which I imagine quite a few of these guys, if not most or all police officers, if you haven't been through this, what the fuck is going on? But the first thing the first thing you're taught is immediately get in there as fast as possible. I'm curious as to why they didn't tell this on-scene commander to go fuck himself, because I certainly would have.
That was the question I was about to ask you. Because what happens if you do in that situation?
Less kids die.
No, I understand that. But would you be fired? Like, what's...
Maybe.
What, but mentally...
But I've been in combat operations where we were told to stop and we fucking kept going because we knew it was the right thing to do. And if somebody wants to armchair me later on, then they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, what was the repercussions for you personally?
Nothing, because we were right.
Okay. And did he say that to you, like your commander?
No, come on, man.
I don't know the answer.
That's not how that works. They just accept that you were right and move on with their life. So they don't, no.
Okay.
No higher-ranking person is going to ever come to you and say, oh, you were right about that.
Gotcha.
That's not how that works. Like, you're in the job to do that specifically. You're in the job to stop the worst possible shit from happening. And when you had the opportunity to do it, you sat around with your hands in your pockets, waiting for what?
Yeah.
For fucking Jesus to show up? And what the fuck were you waiting for, man?
And
I don't buy that. I'm getting sick and tired of all these motherfuckers out there that are defending these people. Fuck every single one of you that are defending these people. That is absolutely unconscionable that you would take the side of grown men who signed up to do this fucking job, who have all the armor, all the gear, all the fucking shields, all the guns that they need to get in there, and they just fucking sat there for 48 minutes while more kids got killed. Like, fuck you, dude. That entire police department should be fired immediately, right, and replaced by Texas DPS until they can stand up an actual police organization there. It's a fucking joke.
Put this picture up on screen one more time, Bob, real quick. Okay, so with this, Dan, when you have all this equipment and all these guns and everything, and you're physically inside the building at this point, why feel the need to wait for, because I think they said they were waiting for BORTAC potentially, or somebody else to come in. Why would you need to if you have all the shit right there?
That's a good question.
That's what I thought of when I watched that last night. I was like, I don't even understand the need to tell your people, if that was the case, of the commander to stand down and wait for somebody else to get there. If you have all the shit,
if I'm in that hallway and I'm the senior ranking guy, or if I'm just in that hallway in general and we were all sitting there, I'm like, hey, we're going. Like, you, and somebody says, oh, let me get clearance. Like, fuck you, dude, we're going.
Right.
Like, you never do that shit. You don't ask permission, you ask forgiveness. in this situation.
And that's what everybody's asking today, as people are looking at the video and the images that are being floated around. Is the video live? Have you where did you see it?
Fuck, I don't remember. I think it was on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter?
Yeah, I think so.
And was there audio to it? Did they?
I didn't hear any audio. I didn't see, or I didn't hear anything. No.
Okay. Because the guy who broke the story, the reporter from Austin, he said he heard the audio, and so what he was reporting on yesterday was he said the officers just kept asking, "Can we go in? Can we go in? Can we go in?"
That's what I read that part in the article. Yeah.
Okay. And they were told no, but the reasons were unclear at this point. And what he had stated last night, because he was on in the afternoon and then later on that night, was that obviously the investigation is ongoing, and I'm sure this commanding officer will be fucking grilled for why he said no or don't go in. But as the days go by and this thing gets bigger and bigger, man, this is fucking insane.
You can, one of those pictures where it shows them all stacked up, you can actually see the timestamp. It's that one right there. Put that up on screen right quick. See that? That's how we know. That's how we know it was 48 minutes.
Correct.
That they were standing in that hallway with all the gear that they needed to fucking get inside there. People have made the point that they didn't have the equipment to do a dynamic entry on a classroom. Motherfucker, I'll go through that wall. Like, you can't get through the door, go through the fucking wall. What are you talking about? It's not, what do you think these things are? These schools are not, it's drywall and shit half the time. You know what I mean? So I don't buy any of those excuses. I've heard them. I know people on our own network have fucking made excuses for them. I don't buy any of that bullshit. That's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Absolute nonsense.
On that timestamp, Bob, you can put it up one more time. So it does say 11:52, and the kid was killed at 12:50. So yes, it was 48 minutes. Pretty much exactly. I'm sorry? 5:08. Whatever it was. Add 48 to it. So yeah, that's when he was killed. Plus 48. Yeah. So it was 48 minutes exactly, which is a long fucking time. And to have all this equipment, because this is the other angle of it right here, to have all of this shit for 48 minutes and just be sitting outside the doors is pretty nuts, dude.
Yeah, like I understand that you sit there and ask repeatedly for clearance to go in. After the first time I ask, I get suspicious and angry, and after the second time I don't get clearance to go in, I go in anyway.
No.
And that's what they should have done. It's not armchair quarterbacking when I've been there. Fuck you. Do your job.
Now we'll get to the Drinkin' Bro of the week. Yesterday, you guys said that Bill Schofield's father had passed away. He's been one of our biggest supporters on the network and been one of our longtime day one homie listeners. He did hit me up last night, and he said, "Thank you. Got the well wishes and really, really appreciate it." He said that he would have loved the Pappy Van Winkle episode yesterday. So we will give the Drinkin' Bro of the week to Mr. Schofield, Papa Schofield. We'll give you the Drinkin' Bro of the week. And sorry to hear about your father. And Bill did confirm it to me last night when we got home. But he said yesterday's episode was fucking crazy and he loved it. So, which it was. Somebody screenshotted you drinking Pappy off the desk, licking it off the desk.
Me and Giorgio.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice, boys. Mm-hmm. Very nice. It was a fun one. Somebody was asking, they were like, "Hey, did you save any? I'd love to have someone to come to the studio." No, we didn't save it. It's all gone. We drank the entire bottle. That's all gone. So, and I think we have the empty one if you want to take a picture.
I think the bottle's actually inside Giorgio. So
currently,
yeah.
Is he sitting down or is he standing up?
Yeah, it's in there with that stick of pepperoni.
From that old wrestling coach, you know? Had to use the whole stick. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also go to Spotify and leave a 5-star. That's it. No review, just a 5-star. That's all the advertisers care about. We greatly appreciate it. We're dialing in everything from the studio, and look, just give us a couple weeks as we get back up and running. We'll have all the fun, flirty things again lights will be nice and no lag time and all that other stuff, and it'll be great. But in the meantime, you guys have done a great job with this. It's been a short